Grand H, the 2015 European Rally Championship, and we head to Nicosia, the heart of Cyprus, for the Cyprus Rally. Challenging rally for the drivers. It's about a 60-40 gravel and tarmac split, but only gravel tyres are allowed on the event. The tarmac sections will therefore be tricky on cut tyres and tarmac gravel suspension. Cyprus, the third largest island in the Mediterranean, is a tourist hotspot with vast cultural heritage dating back to ancient times. It lies south of Turkey and west of the Syrian-Lebanese coast. Cyprus Rally, now 45 years old, has been part of the European and World Rally Championship, then the IRC, and back into ERC. The capital of Nicosia is the base for the rally. Leg one started for Russia's Alexei Lukyanuk. Victory on the first stage. But by the end of it, he was out of power steering. Driving without power steering all day. Co-driver working the handbrake as well. He dropped back to 8th position. With forearms pumped up. Would need a lot of physio after the day's activities. Championship leader from Poland, Kajtanovic, also in a Ford Fiesta R5 from M Sport, winning all but that first stage on leg one. After Lukyanuk's challenge faded with the lack of power steering, Pole was able to meter his pace and go into a comfortable overnight lead. Bruno Magalhães of Portugal, the 2:08.216, showing just how dusty it is in this stage, even at 2-minute start intervals. Having to be a little cautious in the dust behind the leader. Second place after leg one, 2 minutes 17 behind. And Jaromir Tarabus of the Czech Republic in the Skoda, using the Super 2000 Skoda for the first time here in Cyprus. Third after leg one, 3 minutes 7 behind the leader. After his phenomenal shunt last time out, a lately finished DS3 R5 for Robert Consoni. New co-driver as well, Lara van Est. They had a big spin on stage 3. Lying 4th overall after leg one, just 11 seconds behind podium sitter Tarabus in the Skoda. So one set of battle lines clearly demarcated. And the leading Cypriot driver in 6th position, part of the Cypriot and Middle Eastern Rally Championship for many years, as well as European and World Championship. Kajtanovic then leading the absent Craig Breen by 30 points rather, after leg one. Heading into day two, and Kelsurprise, even in October, it is in the 70s in Cyprus, so another hot, dry and dusty day. 8 fast stages for leg two, 2 runs through the loop. Back to the capital Nicosia, which will be sweltering in 35-degree plus temperatures all day long. It won't be much cooler out on the stages either. So the first loop, stage 12 rerun, stage 16, the only full gravel rally stage of the event. First car through at 9:15 local time. Ready, hot and sweaty in the cars. After his travails with the power steering on the first day, Russia's Alexei Lukyanuk, a happy man to have full power steering restored on the Fiesta. Problems again on the second stage of the day, this time with the anti-roll bar. However, he still picked up 3 spots, going from 8th to 5th position. Russian rallies under a Belarus license, producing some star turns this series. Classic Cypriot back roads producing plenty of spectacle for all the drivers. Bruno Magalhães in the 2:08.216. No reliability problems or mechanical woes for him with the car so far. Very dusty inside the car, though. You can see the fine mist of dust building up inside. Turns out that he was using the heating system to try and blow air through the car, and unfortunately that was bringing in all of that dust as well. Eventually worked out that having the heating off was a better idea. Not like it was cold. Jaromir Tarabus in the Skoda. Wild ride on the first part of the day, losing third place overall. Fortunate in the flat open and fast stage, plenty of opportunity to avert disaster. That's been a little bit of a buttock clench though as that telegraph pole approached at ridiculous speed. Robert Consani with Lara Van Est alongside. Consani's car was working on suspension, or his team working on suspension set up on the car during the recce and the qualifying stage. More suspension work again after day one. Much better feeling with the car, allowing him to really push on hard, as you can see here. Very quick stages indeed, and he moved up into third spot ahead of Jaromir Tarabus. And as for our rally and championship leader, Kajtan Kajtanovic of Poland, another two-stage wins in the morning, pacing himself nicely and heading for his second win of the season. Just check out the speeds on the right-hand side. These narrow, single-lane gravel roads. Top Cypriot was Christos Demoustanos in his Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9, 6th overall at the overnight halt, and leading the ERC 2 category. Of course, this is where we first saw Alexei Lukianyuk in his Mitsubishi Lancer. With Hungary's David Botka, 7th overall, and chasing Demoustanos, second in ERC 2. Unlike the Cypriot, one of the championship's regulars in the ERC 2 category. As Kajtanovic continued to ease away, Magalesh in second place, a minute ahead of Consani. Perhaps a little concern that the Frenchman's speed in the first part of the day. Demoustanos leading the Cypriot hordes in 6th position and ahead of Botka in WRC 2 as well. More to come from Rally Cyprus. Stay with us. Rally Cyprus round 8 of the European Rally Championship. We're in day 2, halfway through the first stages, and our points leader, Kajtan Kajtanovic, has the lead of the event overnight and after stage 10. Bruno Magalesh just about 3 minutes behind, and a minute behind him is Frenchman Robert Consani. Well, in its 5th decade, Rally Cyprus draws bigger and bigger crowds every year. Past the European Rally Championship, up to coefficient 20 status for many years, then drafted into the World Rally Championship, back with IRC and ERC in recent years, part of the Middle Eastern Rally Championship as well. Alexei Lukianyuk here on stage 11. Stage is much quicker in this year's layout of Rally Cyprus. Drivers really enjoying them. Направо 1, на трамплин, направо 2, очень длинный, с прыжком, 40 левый 7. Second fastest through the stage, dropping 5.7 seconds to Kajtanovic. Little problems in the car, hanging on to 5th place overall.
На правый 3+. 100 прямо. 4+. 3+ был вроде. Левый 3, на правый 2 через трамплин длинный. 30, левый 4 минус. 40, левый 2, 100 прямо. Левый 3+ поздний, 30, правый 4 с трамплина, ТД. На левый 3 резать, на правый 5+ за трамплин.
We're building our speed step by step. We try to do our best. I don't know if it will be enough. We have again some problems with the car. Roll bar in the back is missing, and so we will see.
Sort of smile on his face, Lukianiuk, and learning the new Ford Fiesta R5 very quickly. Jaromir Tarabas also learning in a brand new car, Super 2000 Skoda Fabia for him. Lost time with a puncture in stage 11. Jaromir Tarabas 4th overall. Lukianiuk closing. He was overhauled on the first stage of the day by Robert Conseny. Engine water temperatures not quite as high as day 1, but still causing him to lose power. 3rd place, but having to push hard. Concerned perhaps about the speed of Russia's Alexei Lukianiuk. Just gets away with that slightly trepidatious landing. Bruno Magalesh losing a little bit of time, keeping 2nd place overall in the Peugeot 208 T16. Not quite as dusty in the car as outside, but still has problems with that. Rear of the car too soft, causing him a lot of handling issues on the fast stages. Look at the dashboard, look at the layer of silt inside the car. Again with Kajtanovic. The helicopter captures his big moment of the stage, 800 meters into the stage, finds a big rock and very nearly rolls. Clatters into the bottom of the car and affects the power steering. He has to control all delete during the stage. Co-driver trying to turn the engine off on the fast sections. Restart the car. They have to do that 3 times before he gets the electric power steering back.
You have to stop the engine if you want to reset this problem with power steering. Alexei had a bigger problem yesterday. And I enjoy the stages. It happens, yeah.
Not enough to cost him his lead. The gap goes out from 2 minutes 59 to 3:14 over Magalesh. Conseny in 3rd place, still a minute behind the Portuguese, and the concern there might be from the Russian. Lukianiuk having a good run, and Christos Demoustanos still leading the Cypriot contingent. Beautiful views from Troodos, the heart of the island, and over the capital Nicosia for lunchtime service. Very, very hot in the centre of Cyprus, but at least they're out in the fresh air instead of in the stultifying heat of the cockpit of the car. Bruno Magalesh in 2nd place has finally solved his dust problem.
It's very difficult to drive, and in the first stages I tried to put the heater on to avoid the over temperature in the car, but with the heater on there come more dust inside, and after 2 stages I realized that, and after I don't put on and everything is a little bit better.
Well, to explain that, if the car's overheating, you turn the heater on, it's like another radiator, helps cool things down. 3rd place Robert Conseny. Co-driver Lara Vanessa said, well, we're not being negative and thinking about Lukaniuk coming from behind, thinking what's he doing. I'm just trying to help Robert keep his motivation and push on, look in front and try and hang on to this third place by going quickly. Well, Alexei Lukaniuk could well be a challenge. He's picked up 3 places in the morning loop. Wants to continue despite worries about the rear end of the car not doing quite what he wants. And that's for our championship leader. Well, after the steering issue and a bruise with the wall, everything is a-okay. Left rear suspension was fine. New rear bumper required as he heads out for the afternoon loop of stages. The final fling for Rally Cyprus 2015. Kajtanovic 3¼ minutes in front. Conseny, Tarabus and Lukaniuk, effectively Conseny and Lukaniuk, battling for the final podium spot. And even the locals are feeling it's a bit of a warm afternoon. Bruno Magalesh, 3rd here last year. Having to turn off the heater, risk overheating, just so that he can see. No dust in the cockpit. Problem as bad for the co-driver. With the air full of dust, it's hard to cool the notes and to breathe properly. Driving with the door open on road sections to try and clear the air in the car. Bruno's co-driver also struggling with visibility. Eyes full of dust. See on the road section, just trying to use a little bit of airflow to suck the dirt out of the air in the car. David Botka pushing on in ERC2. Mitsubishi's enjoying these fast stages as well, and in fact he pulls in front of Christos Demoustanos on stage 13 to lead the ERC2 category and sit in 6th place overall. So Kajtanovic extending his advantage to nearly 4 minutes. Conseny in 3rd, 1¼ minute ahead of Lukaniuk. Demoustanos shoved down to 7th place as Botka moves up the order. Sava closing up behind Demoustanos as well, the 2nd of our Cypriot crews. Two stages left to decide the positions in Rally Cyprus. Join us. Welcome back to Rally Cyprus Round 8 of the European Rally Championship. Before we get to the denouement of the event, let's take a look at the ERC2 category. Just outside the top 5, there's a ferocious battle for the lead. Hungary's David Botka in the Evo 9 Mitsubishi Lancer, claiming his 2nd ERC2 victory in a row, but post-rally he gets a 2-minute penalty because he's used 20 tyres instead of the mandated 18. Seems he understood the regulations incorrectly. He thought the qualifying stage didn't count for tyre usage, but in fact it does. So he's dropped to 2nd in ERC2 and down to 8th place overall. And that hands victory in the category and top Cypriot position to Christos Demoustanos in his Evo 9 Lancer. He won the category last year too. Demoustanos currently Cyprus's top rally driver. Cypriots have always fared well on their home rally. Demoustanos ending up on top in ERC2. Wojciech Staff in the Subaru Impreza, Czech driver 3rd in ERC2, still leads the drivers' standings, 4 points ahead of Botka. And of course, with Demoustanos not being a regular, he doesn't take points in the championship away from our contenders. Staff 5 ahead of Botka. Butvilas Lithuanian not here this weekend. It is fast developing into a 2-horse race for ERC2. So then, final 2 stages of the 2015 Rally Cyprus. You can see why rallying has been such a big part of motorsport on this Mediterranean island. Lots and lots of very suitable roads. It started off with expats and servicemen from the UK. In the early 1960s, events were more regularity then on what were very rocky roads, but it soon reached the ultimate accolade of being a European Rally Championship event, up to coefficient 20 the top, and then moving up to World Rally. Alexei Lukianyuk, lots of issues with the car this weekend, hoping to attack for the podium. Spin costing him more time. High-speed spin in stage 16. Third in the championship, 17 points behind Craig Breen.
You know, on this stage we found new problem in the car. The rear shock is dead. So it is maximum what possible, I think. But finally we're moving, so it's the main idea. It's a positive weekend anyway. Good learning curve for us in tough conditions. Okay, sometimes it happens.
It's rallying, as they say. Jaromir Tarabus, the Czech driver in the Skoda Fabia, picked up another puncture. He had hoped for a podium after day one, but Robert Consigny fought back. However, Tarabus still in 4th place overall. Consigny 3rd on the podium despite last problem in stage 16. Final 10 kilometres without the left rear. Pretty much on a rim. So, big result for him and Lara Van Es, their first rally together, their first podium together. And thoughts of his late friend Jules Bianchi.
Tech Rally's in. New co-driver, still problems this weekend.
On a continué à pousser tous les virages que je prenais à droite.
Well, we continued to push all the way through all the corners despite the problem. And the right-handers were really difficult. The car was sliding so much, tyres completely gone. Yesterday I was just thinking a lot of Jules. From wherever he is now, I think he helped me a lot. So, Jules, I'm thinking of you. Good weekend for Bruno Magalhaes. Lots of dust problems in the car. He eventually traced those. With issues though for Lukianyuk and Consigny's car overheating. He was a comfortable 2nd place overall. Nearly 4.5 minutes behind the leader, but right in the middle of the podium.
I think to the mechanics, they made a fantastic job, the mechanics. One more time we finished the rally with this car. Okay, sometimes little problems, but you are all the time in the finish, it's perfect. And congratulations to Hugo, because they made a fantastic job as well. So we are very, very happy.
So Kaito Kaitanovic then, our championship leader and our rally leader, focuses on victory here in Cyprus. And a great run for him. His 2nd win of the season. His first victory in the Jana Rally. Could hardly be more different, could it?
Fantastyczny rajd dla nas. Nie mogę w to uwierzyć.
Fantastic rally for us, says Kaito. Still can't believe it. Really pushing, even in the last stage. So quick. Just don't know what to say.
Nie mogę w to uwierzyć.
It's bloody good, he says.
Fantastycznie spisał się.
Car was fantastic right from the start. So thanks to my guys, thanks to M Sport. They worked so hard.
Jak zwykle nasz team pracował znakomicie.
Thank you everybody again. Love you all.
Kocham ich za to, jak ciężko pracują.
Difficult rally.
Ciężki rajd. Trudna robota, ale też
fun,
bardzo dobra.
Fast.
Dziękuję bardzo.
And thanks to everybody who helped. So Kaitanovic comes out on top, Magalhaes and Consigny on the podium, and in the end Lukianyuk's woes with the Fiesta R5 couldn't prevent him from rounding out the top 5. Christos Demoustanos winning ERC2. and the top Cypriot contender on the event. And the ERC 3 category went to Dimi Morozov, another Cypriot, born in Moscow, the 42-year-old. He won it in his Suzuki Swift. So second win of the season for Kajtanovic, increasing his Drivers' Championship lead. That smile, you sense, is only going to get bigger as the season nears its conclusion. Craig Breen not here this weekend, remains in second, Lukianyuk in third, Konstantin Magalesh in a battle for fourth spot. Kaito 62 points ahead. Unless he retires from the championship, it looks all but done and dusted. Colin McRae flat-out trophy awarded to the perma-smiling Alexei Lukianyuk. Leg 1, no power steering. Leg 2, all sorts of suspension and overheating issues. But like Colin, he kept fighting on flat out. So to the ceremonial finish in the coastal resort of Larnaca. Konstantin Magalesh and winner Kajtanovic. Now definitely time after a long hot rally for a Kio beer and a chill. Well, the temperature's not going to drop much after Cyprus. They head next to the ultimate car breaker, the Sea-Jet's Acropolis Rally. You can see all the action on Eurosport.